So Graham, back in a Burnley shirt in the competition this weekend, how's it been?
It's been excellent. It's been fantastic. Like never stop playing kind of thing. The atmosphere, the bonding, brilliant. We've played some good football. A few decisions haven't gone our way, but we've enjoyed it overall.
You can tell, as much as it's fun, that you're former players and you want to win, because when we've just gone out of the competition, it's a little bit disappointing for a bit, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Like you say, you go out and you want to win every game. Sometimes it doesn't happen, and as you say, former players, you always want to win. No matter, there's no such thing as a friendly kind of thing. You want to win, but you know, things happen on the pitch and things change. But you know, overall, it's been a really good experience.
Yeah, good. Former players always say it's the dressing room that they miss. I guess this is a bit of a taste of it, but that sort of camaraderie and the big characters and.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's like you see them. Last time you see them, it feels like it was last week. It might have been 10 years ago. It might have been, you know, longer. But it just feels a lot. You see the lads last week. You're back in. You've got another game. And it's amazing.
The nickname and the insults stay the same. Just a few different targets to pick on. Perhaps a bit less hair and a bit bigger bellies around.
You're exactly right there, Pete. Yeah.
Just looking back to your Burnley days, then were they the best days of your career? Although I know you became a bit of a promotion specialist wherever you went. Was Burnley the best time? Or?
Yeah, I would say so. Most of the joy. I mean, I started my career at Burnley. You come through the ranks, and your first club is always special to you. But I really enjoyed it. I learnt a lot from the senior players who were there, and some are still here. But yeah, no, definitely loved it.
And it was nice that you had your purple patch in what was a memorable season for the club, wasn't it? You contributed big time to that 90-day promotion, which was a big stepping stone for the club.
Yeah. People always say that was, you know, the first step in the right direction. Again, after the Orient game, you know, we knew we had a decent squad. Luckily, like I said, a bit of a purple patch, did quite well. But we had such a good squad at the time. There were other players always jumping at the bit to come into the team. So it was good. We had a very good squad. So if players were injured or suspended or whatever, we had as good players to come in and help them. So.
And the 20th anniversary this year, those memories have come back, I guess. There's been one or two events to mark that anniversary, haven't there?
Yeah, we've had a couple of functions. We've been on one of the games, and it's been really good fun to see all the lads again and reminisce about things that happened. And the stories are all the same, but it still makes you chuckle.
And I think the DVD's been out one night in York. Is that the night that sort of sticks in your mind, that night of Breathing Present?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't involved at the time. I wasn't even in the squad, but obviously it's special to everybody who was involved in the club, and obviously all the fans as well. It's just one of them. Even every time you see it, you still get tingles down your spine.
But you scored some important goals in that run, and for someone who's come through the youth ranks to contribute like that must have been a great feeling.
It was, yeah. I mean, it's always good to score any goals, but to come through the ranks and then make your first team debut and score a few important goals, as you say, at the time, there's no better feeling. And like I say, we had such a good squad. I was lucky at the time, I think, to be involved, really, because we had such good players.
But then you became a bit of a promotion specialist, didn't you? You went to Chester on loan and helped them over the finishing line, I think I'm right in saying, and then you did the same at Preston. Yeah,
I went, while I was still at Burnley, I went to Chester on loan, and I scored 7 goals in 12 games, and we got promoted with them. I came back from loan, and that was on the season we went up at Wembley as well, with versus Stockport. So it was a memorable season for myself, and just went on to Preston, helped them a little bit, went on to Wigan and got promoted with them as well, so yeah.
You told me it was a frustration that you were on the bench at Wembley and didn't quite get on, but I mean, to have a hand in 2 Burnley promotions is not a bad feather in your cap.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously everybody wants to play, and there's not enough places on the bench, but I thought I had a chance, possibly, when John unfortunately got injured. I thought I had a chance, but the manager's tactics, he changed the tactics, changed the formation, and it worked for him, so disappointed for myself, not getting on, but as you say, just being involved is a fantastic experience.
And that was another step on the ladder for Burnley. I know it was only one season up and came back down, but back at Championship club, and I guess that was all part of the progression, wasn't it?
Yeah, I say there's been ups and downs, but as a club I think they're so much better off now. It's taken a long while, but definitely heading in the right direction.
Then you went to Rochdale, of course, and played a lot of games for them. Presumably enjoyable. That was your last league club, and it must be so hard when you finish your football league career, is it?
It is. It's difficult. As I say, I was there 4 years and had a few injury problems, so I didn't really play as many games as I could. But it was an enjoyable experience. There's a lot of players who I played with there. I played with at other clubs like Burnley and Wigan. So it was a very good family club. You know, we had good squads there. Unfortunately, it just never quite worked to get into the playoffs or get promoted while I was there. But again, they've kicked on and done really well recently.
And right up to date, you're back at Burnley, working in the youth department with youngsters. Just tell us about that, Graham, the age groups you do and where you sort of fit in the overall youth coaching setup.
Yeah, I'd take one of the age groups. It's usually the under-9s. Myself and another coach, depending on who it is at the time. I've been doing that a couple of seasons. Really enjoy it. Got back into the swing of things. And I also work now with the 5 to 8 year olds, just organising the coaches and matches and things like that. But it's nice to be back involved in the game. You do miss it when you're not involved, and to get back in is just fantastic.
And the setup of the club now, I know it's big changes in youth football, and Jason Blake's come in as an outsider who's got some great new ideas, but we've got a good mix with people like John Francis, yourself, John Mullen, with a real feel for Burnley. Do you think that is a good mix to take the club forward?
I think it is, yeah. There's obviously, say, with 3 ex-players being involved and working inside the club, they know how things run, and we all help each other out along the way. And Jason's come in, he's doing a good job. It's a difficult job because he's got a lot on his plate, but he's come in, he's doing a good job. Everybody helps each other out, and I think things are heading in the right direction. It's a bit of a transitional time at the moment, but starting next season, I think we'll be going in the right way.
And just finally, Graham, Jay Rodriguez is the sort of shining light at the moment, but so how important is youth football to Burnley in terms of youth development and youth structure and getting lads through?
Well, it's massive. It's the be-all and end-all, really, isn't it? We're not a buying club kind of thing, but Jay's a perfect example. He's come through the ranks, done exceptionally well. He's a big money player now. He's worth a lot of money. A lot of clubs interested in him, and that keeps the club going at the end of the day. It's not about gate receipts and things like that anymore. It's big money signings, and the club needs to keep producing players like this. Hopefully one day we can keep hold of them. But unfortunately at the moment we've got to get rid of players to stay with us, balance the books kind of thing.
Good to see you again, Graham. Thank you.
Cheers, Pete.
Thanks.